Hi, I'm Teryl at TerylLoy.com. This is my set of spine templates, and this is the newest member of the family. He came out last fall of 2017. What I'd like to show you today is some uses of these templates for purposes other than spines. Yep, we got a lot of great spines, but let's play around and see what else these things can do. So here's some typical spines using my newest tool. You can see, I call these the soft spines. It has a softer slope. In fact, this one is a 2-inch elongation and a 1-inch depth versus this guy is a 3-inch across and a 1-inch depth. So it makes a little softer spine. This is my old spine. This is a 3-inch width with a 1.5-inch depth. So you can see it's a little deeper. And then over on this one, we have the 3x3. So this is 3 inches deep, 3 inches wide. And we have the 1x1, 1 inch deep, 1 inch wide, the little guy. And then we have the 2x2, 2 inches deep, 2 inches wide. But if you look up here, you can see these same tools. You can really start playing around and get a lot of interesting effects going on. So let's go over to the machine and give this a try. Okay, we're going to use our new ruler and make some chains. So we're going to line up these little lines you see going across the humps or the curves up there on the edge line. What I do is I chalk in a center line in my space, no matter whenever I'm using my spines. And that allows me to put these lines down on it, which are the center lines of the curve for that particular spine. On this ruler, they're really close to the edge because it's such a shallow spine. But you can see them on this side right there. So I'm going to line that up on the chalked line. And I'm going to line this edge line on my starting place, my vertical starting place. So I'm lined up to go. So I got to stitch down to the ruler in the ditch, and off I go. Okay, I'm going to stop here for a second because I want to show you one more thing about our rulers. If you stop here, shift the ruler down and start right here against this backrest, you are assured you're starting in the same place of the curve that you stopped. So you don't have to worry about lining them up, okay? Now I am drifting a little bit off my center line, but it's not a big deal. It won't hurt anything. As you quilt with templates, remember to walk your hand with the machine. Don't leave your hand back here while the machine's way up here, because you'll for sure slip your template. Okay, and in this case, actually the end would be right there. Also, this is skateboard grip tape on the back. Just buy it at a skateboard shop. I actually sell little sheets of it too, but it's great for just making those rulers a little bit stiffer or sticky on the fabric so they don't slide on you. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to offset this one iteration. So I'm going to slide this ruler down here till I'm right in the middle of this curve. Now if I want to be exact, I should probably measure, but for the sake of time I won't, so our chain may be slightly off, but you got the idea. And we'll forget about this first hump. We're going to go back. I'm just going to go back to here. Lock it back in and go back. So you can see what's happening. I just get an easy, fun chain. You need a quick sashing design down a quilt. Just an easy one. You gotta put something in that sashing. There's an easy one to put in there. Okay, let's play with some more. How about, let's do some ribbons. Very simple. I'll go back to, this one's a little deeper curve. Could use any one of these to do ribbons, or is whichever one fits your need at the time. They'll secure. Again, I'm put these edge lines up on my chalk line. Put that one on my horizontal, vertical I mean. Go down, stitch down to it. I'm lined up there. Off I go. Looks like I hit that roller before. Somebody did. Okay, line up on the chalk line. Go again. Okay, to make a ribbon, I like to go up about a quarter or a half, depending how bit thick I want the ribbon to be. I'll go up a quarter today. And I'm going to shift it over about a quarter. Okay? And it's just approximate. And come back. So you can see we get a fun ribbon, and it's fun to come back in here and put little circles in or figure eights or something, or depending on your quilt. Or I could keep going. I could keep offsetting another quarter and a quarter, a quarter and a quarter, and fill in and get us this whole really cool fill-in effect of wavy lines that slightly intersect. So you can see that it has a lot of uses. So let's put what I call a cheater rope in here. And it's a lot simpler to do than using those rope templates. Those are a little bit complicated and they involve a lot of steps. So let's say we want to fill this space with a rope, and we want, I'll just say 1/4 inch margin right here. Then we would start right here with the edge exactly lined up on our thread, because remember our foot clearance is going to give us the 1/4 inch. If you want a little more, you can move it up a little more. But we'll start with a 1/4 inch, just for simplicity. So I'm going to line both sides up, stitch down to that point, and off I go. Now remember to walk your hand with your foot, your machine, as you quilt down. Okay, then I'm going to go up a 1/4 inch, and I'm going to go ahead and move the template up. Now that's the same difference as lining up the previous stitch line right on the curve. So I could watch and do that either way. Off I go. Go up a 1/4 inch. Go again. Flip the roller a little bit, but it should be okay. Now I can do as many of these as I want, but I should probably do as many as it takes to make sure I get the same 1/4 inch margin right here that I designed, or we started with down there. So it looks like one more is in order. And there's the first iteration. Now I'm going to do this again, but I'm going to start up here, or I could start over there, either way. And again, I want to start 1/4 inch from there, so that would be with the foot up against there. And I would go again, but now notice my ruler is in the wrong position, so I really need to start with it here, right? On this edge line. So I'm going to put this edge line up there, and then I'll just have to slide it down to make the difference up there. Now what I do need to make sure though is that I'm straight. Oh, here's some edge lines down here I can use to line up on this line, just as one little check to verify I'm holding the ruler straight and not tilting it. I only have to worry about this on my very first curve, because then I'll use the curve after that to set up on. So you need to find something to verify you're straight. Okay, so I finished my first iteration, and so now I need to sew down 1/4, and then I would put the curve on my previous stitch line and keep going, which is what we'll do, and I'll show you here in a minute. But that does mean I have to hold the template on the back of the hopper foot. If you would prefer not to do that, there was another way. Instead of starting at the top like I did with this curve, I could have started with the center one of them and then worked up. To do that, what I would have used for my spacing, notice how the inside one is 1/4 inch away from my chalk center line. So if I would have started right here and gone, then I could be bumping the ruler. Whoops, I would have started here instead. But anyway, I could have pushed up instead of come down. Either way is fine. It's just something to think about if you don't like working on the back of the machine. Okay, down 1/4, move my foot. By the way, with that little beveled edge on this machine, I am getting no vibration whatsoever with this template on the back. That doesn't bother me at all. The only piece, the issue is just a little more awkward to hold it. And down 1/4, go again. Excuse me a little bit, I'm trying to stay out of the camera at the same time. Okay, go again. Come down 1/4, go again. And one more time. You can tell I'm struggling a little bit holding the ruler while I'm trying to stay out of the camera's way at the same time, but that's okay, we're getting there. Tell you that skateboard grid tape saves it. And there we be. We have our makeshift rope. So in case I confused you earlier what I was trying to say, if you didn't want to put the ruler behind the foot on my second set of rope, I could have started with this line first and worked up. Okay? It's just a matter of figuring out where that first line goes, but we could have figured it out by looking at that chalk center line right there and have done this in reverse. But either way is fine. So there you go.